And here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. We have an exclusive interview here with the former heavyweight champion of the world, Francois Botha. Francois, how are you?
Good, I'm doing very well.
Fantastic. So Francois, what's been going on with you recently?
I've been just working. Although it's lockdown here in South Africa, I'm still working because my good man is a food provider. In
Yes.
South Africa, so yeah, our company stays open, and we do have to keep providing food for the people.
So what have you been doing during the lockdown in South Africa?
Well, I work for Osman's Spice World. It's a real big company that provide from rice, beans, everything, all food products, and it's an essential product. So we are open and we're working.
Fantastic, fantastic. So how have you, in terms of the lockdown, how's the lockdown been affecting South Africa?
It's been going well. We're at stage 4 still, and probably in about 20 days we estimate that we will go to stage 3.
Okay.
But everybody has been following the regulations and has been obedient so far.
Okay, fantastic. It's great stuff there, Francois. So for the people who don't know who you are, can you let us know who you are?
The white buffalo, one and only, the mighty and the marvelous.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Oh, that's just a joke. No. I've the former heavyweight champion of the world, Francois Botha, fought great fighters. It was a great era that I was involved in. Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, Michael Moore, and also the Klitschko brothers.
Fantastic. As you know, Mike Tyson is making his comeback now at 53 years old. They're talking about him having a charity bout. Talk to us about this and your thoughts on it.
Yes, it's amazing to see that the legends are still involved. I really think it's time for Botha versus Tyson too, because I've never had a rematch in my career, and I think the Tyson Botha rematch will be a massive event and very entertaining to the public.
So, talk to us about that first fight you had with Mike Tyson. How did it come about?
Well, I was very ready for Mike. I knew how to fight him. I mean, but you got the power to knock you out even in the last round if you make a mistake. And surely the Buffalo was, I was so far ahead on scorecards. I think the scorecards were 6-0, 6-0, 5-1.
Okay.
Buffalo couldn't lose, but, Mike got the power, and, 1 second left in the fifth round. He came over with a tremendous good ride. And I think Tiger Woods couldn't have hit a golf ball better than the punch that he threw.
So, before that, what was the strategy for yourself going in against against Mike Tyson, Francois? What was the strategy for you?
I think a lot of the fighters before they even got in the ring with Mike already lost the fight. Because of the nerves getting to them. But I was so ready for him because I knew how to fight him. And I'm a God-fearing person. I've converted to Islam in the last 2 years. This is my second Ramadan actually that I'm following.
Wow.
And yeah. So Allah was with me. I know Allah's always with me. And with him on my side, I feel nothing and nobody. And I was ready for Mike that night, and he knew it. You could see it in the fight that I never stepped back anyway.
So you get to the ring, you get in the ring with Mike, and the first round, he tried to twist your arm or something like that.
Yeah, now you must remember now, Ingram.
Yes.
A lot of other fighters, you look at the money that's involved in boxing. A lot of other fighters, when that happened, they would just hold on to their shoulder and they would have won the fight.
Okay.
I could have well done that, but it's not in me. I'm not that type of person. I'm not that. I don't want to win that way because in my heart, I knew that I could beat Mike Tyson. And I went through a fight. Other fighters would have just grabbed the arm and they would have won that fight.
So in between the point of you getting the elbow being twisted almost, and you getting knocked out by Mike, in between that period, what were you thinking to yourself?
Well, I was, I was, I mean, you could see in the fight that I was playing with him. My hands were down. I was laughing, jumping around, really making him look stupid, actually. But you know what? Like I say, Mike's got the power. He can knock you out in the last round. And you know what? I paid for it because I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited at least one or two more rounds before, because I knew Mike couldn't. After 4 rounds, Mike get knocked out.
Wow, wow.
Wow.
So after Mike knocked you out, what was the conversation between yourself and Mike afterwards?
No, he came to me, I mean, he kissed me and he said, Francois, you know what, I remember still, he said, I'm not a racist and all that. I said, Mike, I know, I mean, we've been friends for a long time. I mean, but boxing is business. When you get in the ring, friendship goes out the ring. And you work for that win, and that's what I did, and I was very positive. I mean, I couldn't actually wait to get in the ring to fight Mike.
So now 53. Did you see him on the pads the other day? What did you think of him on the pads?
You know what? He still got the power. Yeah, he's looking good. I was very impressed actually. And I think, like a Botha Tyson or Tyson Botha 2, that's something that everybody will see. And even if it's in lockdown, if it's even in lockdown, it will be even bigger because everybody will watch it on the televisions.
So, as you may have heard, there's talk about him fighting a rugby player, potentially fighting a rugby player. What are your thoughts about
I
that?
don't know, I think it's stupid. Where do you want to go? I mean, would you rather fight a boxer or a rugby player? I mean, what will he gain to go and do something against a rugby player? He can't gain anything. But Botha versus Tyson 2 will be something that everybody would want to watch. So, I mean, you know what? If Tyson choose to fight Sonny Bill Williams, nobody's scared of a Buffalo because he knew that first fight the Buffalo really had him. He was frustrated, he couldn't do nothing. I mean, that's why he wanted to break my arm right from the start. I mean, because I made him miss, I made him look stupid. So, you know what? I think if he choose to fight Sonny Williams, but, he's just scared. He don't want to be made look like a fool again against the Buffalo.
So your message to Mike Tyson and his people, what would you say?
Let's get it on. Buffalo versus Tyson 2. First rematch of Buffalo we ever had. And you know what? Everybody will watch this. I mean, I can't say that everybody would watch Sonny Bill versus Tyson, but I mean, I know they will watch Botha versus Tyson. And you know what? Tyson is an exciting fighter. Everybody loves him, although they love him and they hate him. That's what's good about it.
What could you bring to the table as an opponent that a rugby player couldn't bring to the table?
The Buffalo can fight. I don't know if Sonny Bill Williams can fight. I carried him for a couple of rounds, and then the fight was supposed to be 12 rounds, and they told me it's even. And then in the 10th round, they cut by 30 seconds. So that was a big fuss, that fight. And then afterwards, he got beaten by journeyman. So I think the Buffalo already destroyed him in the first fight. And I told him, I said, I've ended a lot of inspiring fighters' careers very early. And it wasn't a good fight for them, but they wanted to go through with it. I said, okay, bring it on.
Okay, fair enough. In terms of investment, what could you bring that the rugby player couldn't bring? I'm talking business wise now. Where would the fight be? Where would you have the fight? Would you have it in South Africa? Would you have it in America? Where would you want this fight to be?
This can be the real rumble in the jungle.
So you say,
I mean, a rumble in the jungle. I mean, it's Big versus Ollie versus Foreman in the rumble in the jungle.
okay. So what sort of shape are you in at the moment, Francois?
was actually in good shape because I've converted to Islam. This is my second Ramadan, as I said, and so I'm fasting. We're in the Ramadan month now, so I'm fasting.
Okay, fair enough. So we hope potentially you get a fight with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Though it depends on Mike. If he's up to it. If he's not up to it, then I suggest that he would rather have to fight the rugby player because I think that they can play ball there. With me, he can't play ball.
People are talking of Mike Tyson potentially fighting the top heavyweights in the world. There are people that talk about it. How do you think he would do against Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury? People actually believe he could beat them.
No, I really believe that. I don't think these guys could any of these guys can take his powers. Mike is a vicious puncher. And you know what? He's got the speed and he's got the power, although he's older, but I don't see any of these youngsters actually stand up against him.
So you're actually saying that you think Mike could beat these three guys at the moment?
Of course, I do believe that. These guys will lose a fight even before they get in the ring because their nerves will kill them.
But people would argue with you, Francois, and say fights with Kevin McBride and Danny Williams, those were Mike's fights where he looked faded.
Yeah, he had a few bad fights. I think Mike lost the concentration, probably didn't do his training right, and didn't think, he underestimated the opponents, and you know what, it happens. But, look at who he fought. And look, these guys, after they did have a good fights against Tyson, look what happened to them.
Interesting. That's a good point you make there. Lewis retired. Danny Williams got knocked out by Klitschko.
Yeah.
And Kevin McBride, they know what happened to him after that.
100%. So, they got the moment. It's the same what happened with Lennox Lewis against Rahman in South Africa. He came and, he didn't take it serious, and Rahman knocked him out, became a heavyweight champion of the world. But look what happened to Rahman right after.
Yes.
So you know what? These guys, I still believe Tyson is one of the hardest punchers in the heavyweight boxing division. And although being like 52 or 53, these youngsters won't take that power. The heavyweight punch, the heavyweight division is always about the power.
So you actually.
That's why it's an exciting division because one punch will knock you out.
So you would back a Mike Tyson versus any of the three heavyweights today, the top three heavyweights today, realistically.
Still, I would, yes. Still, I would. These guys can petty. That's all they can do. They can petty dance, and Mike's got the power. And like I said, the heavyweight division is all about the power.
Before you go, one final question. One of our members asked this question. How would you fare in the heavyweight division today with the likes of Joshua, Fury, and Wilder?
You know what? If Buffalo gets in shape and he trains hard, you know what? I believe I stand a good chance in regaining the heavyweight championship overall. And so I believe Mike can knock any of these guys out because of the power. And like I said, these guys are good boxers. But it's not about the heavyweight division. It's not about boxing always because the power. That's what counts in the heavyweight division.
When you talk about power, you also fought Lennox Lewis. Who hits harder, Mike Tyson or Lennox Lewis?
Lennox Lewis is a great fighter. He's got the power as well, and I really underestimated him when I fought him. But Mike Tyson's every punch that he throws is vicious. The punches that he even missed, you hear a wind go after a punch. It sounds like a plane coming by you. Sure enough, Mike Lennox Lewis hits very hard, but he's a good boxer as well. Where Mike is just for power, every punch is thrown with power. You want to take your head up with every punch he throws.
Evander Holyfield?
Evander Holyfield was very easy for me. There was a scenario in that fight that that really my mind wasn't like what I was for Mike or for I can say even for any other heavyweight fight, but you know what, a great fighter, and it just didn't go but my way. I just didn't know. That's the main thing.
And Klitschko, where does he stand for you?
That was you know what, that will come out in my book. It's something that really I really believe that I could have probably beat them any day. I actually had a case of influenza, A and B when I came there. I wanted to pull out of the fight. They didn't want me to pull out of the fight. If I fought Mike Tyson or even Lennox the night that I fought Klitschko, they would have stopped me in probably the first round. He took 9 rounds with me. That's the only reason why I really don't think much of a Klitschko is because of that reason.
Wow.
But I know the situation, in the condition that I was, they should have stopped me in the first round.
Wow. So you talk about a book. When is this book coming out, Francois?
Excuse me, what did you say?
I said you've got a book coming out. When is this book coming out?
Well, it would have been the book, but they want to go straight to the movie. It's called The White Buffalo.
Okay.
And it's with Momentum Pictures. The budget has been approved, so I still have to get back in contact with them because it's been a while. And I want to see the interest is still there and they still want to do it. And it'll basically tell how I was a youngster coming up, and actually my whole career. I mean, it's gonna be like an old buffalo telling the story back into time.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Finally. So Mike Tyson hears this message. How does he contact the White Buffalo?
Well, you can just, I mean, it's, the media is so big these days. I mean, you can just say anything and it'll be out there. And especially if Mike say anything, it'll be worldwide news. I mean, everybody will go on there. And, if he's up to it, let's get it on.
How long does it take for the White Buffalo to get himself in shape to fight Mike?
Well, now, I usually it'll take me like 3 months, but I mean, with Ramadan and converted to Islam, I think the buffalo is already skinny enough, and I can just basically go and do some weightlifting and some cardio and get in good shape real quick.
Okay, well, we wish you Ramadan Mubarak and all the very best, and we look forward to hearing from you again soon. Francois Botha, thank you so much. Thank you, champ. So there you have it, the White Buffalo saying he wants to fight Mike Tyson. Let's see what happens. This has been BWTM Sports, and we're out. Thanks for watching.